What's up, all? Todd, Itinerant here for probably the last live cast of my V-Day extravaganza. First of all, I hope everyone can hear me. It's okay. I'm going to go post this now on Facebook on the Blitzkrieg Commander group. So please bear with me a moment as I click around. Okay, no singing, I promise. So let's go to Facebook. Logged in, hopefully. Okay. And this is Blitzkrieg Commander fan group. Sorry, as Facebook does, very first thing, right? Something distracting me here. So, playing attack on with BKC4. 5 now. Okay, so there, that's well, not done. I guess you have to hit publish, post. It would be nice to also go live on YouTube or on Facebook because you get some hits there. But so here's the table. I got it set up in like an hour yesterday. What took me a long time though was setting up these. Took me forever. To do the army list. Let's see if I can get to. So real quick, this is the army list I came up with. So what I'm doing is I'm adapting a scenario from a command decision, test of battle. I may have to stop for a second when my son gets home. So speaking of sons, test of battle. It's a big scenario. I'm truncating it up because it's just a space and time and all that business. So, so I started work on the. I have a video where I started work on the army list last night, and I am so glad I stopped because one, I was falling asleep. Two, it took me a long time because I was trying to find the right troops. I was trying to build this list, as you can see here on the screen. It's very similar to what you can get spit out on the old army builder. And all right, so here I got to see here. Yes, okay, thank you, Bobby. So someone else is on. Bobby's on. Someone else is on. Bobby and I were. She was on a chat earlier tonight talking about Battlestar Galactica. Kind of, they're going through the series, just kind of watching some shows and giving their commentary. I think it's their first time watching. Bobby, I think it's your first time watching. Is that correct? Don't tell anybody spoilers for her. She doesn't know all this stuff going on. Anyway, so I built the list. It took me a while to kind of shrink it down. So the Germans have a 1 CO at a 9. This is Blitzkrieg Commander IV. They have 3 headquarters. They have a set of conscript, like police division, police units in the town of Zon that you can see up there when I turn the screen back on. So anyway, this is what the army list looks like. It's got the move, the armor piercing, anti-personnel, anti-tank, close assault value. These are the number of dice you roll, number of hits they can take, the save value. Any special notes, how many I took, and the total value, 1,800, 18 units, and they get 10 because they have a flexible tactical doctrine. They break after 10 of their units. They will have to take a test. Real quick, the U.S. is at 2,400 because they're attacking 26 units. So they have actually a breakpoint of 15 of their units. They have full air superiority, which I'll have to look what that means. So there's a few things I'm doing here. That I'm going to have to read about while I'm doing it, but I want to get started, and you know how I do it. I like to play it without knowing exactly how to play everything. So I'm starting out with an Airborne Assault, so we're kind of deploying that way, sort of. Yeah, it's really hard for me to play a game as is. I suppose what I have to do is, if I wanted to play this game as a Airborne Assault scenario, I'd have to change the way things are deployed on the field and all that. I'm kind of taking what Command Decision did and all that. So the U.S. has a CV of 10 of their HO. Their HQs have a 9. They have a forward air controller, a forward artillery observer. They have a recce platoon. That's the big one that's I'm going to have to figure out. Oh, and I have 2 of those. I forgot about that. I have an infantry. I have 12 infantry units. 6 will land initially. 2 battalions of troops will land initially north of town here. I'll point that out. Oh, I did not pull out the support unit of a mortar. I don't think I'm supposed to have that. No, I need to pull that out. And I just have 2 machine guns. I think I didn't pull out all my stuff. I got a P-47 with bombs, and then the British will come in around 4 or 5 over on the right-hand side of the screen here by the town of Zon. They're going to be coming up the road, so I better get that town clear to those anti-tank guns, or there'll be problems. The bridge, I'm not going to worry about like line of sight. They'll be able to see over it and through it just to save things. And there are 2 units of 25-pound artillery, which have smoke. All right, so let me get out these. What do I have here? I have 2 mortars and 2 machine guns. I did not get out. I thought I was all ready to go. So about that, let's get back to the map. So let me get to this. Let me stop screen sharing and let me do this here. Oh, hey, it's Paul again. And so Bobby, yes, that she is watching that for the first time. So don't tell Bobby any spoilers on the new, well, not new, but Battlestar Galactica. And Paul's back on. Hey, Paul, it's good to see you. So, Paul, I finished the table. I don't remember where you left off yesterday. Again, I need more trees. And then I did finish the army list. Finally, it took me forever. But I did it. I did it. I'm a winner. But then I forgot some supports here. And I'll go over real quick again what's happening here. So I need a mortar with this group that comes on, and a machine gun, and I need another one. So we'll do this one and this one. This is all 6 mil, by the way. When I finish my stuff, I'm going to play a game in 10 mil, but I've got this stuff, and I'm really getting close. Even though I have all these miniatures, I'm really thinking about selling them off and just going all 10. I'm having such a fun time painting them. I mean, it seems silly I have them, but so what I need to do, I should probably, the smart thing to do would be to keep the 6s and need a croupier or a sorry. Bobby, oh, thanks, Bobby. Appreciate that. She said that's a cool map. You flatter me. Okay, so what am I talking about here? Okay, so here is the town of Zon, or Sun, but Zon, Z-O-N. This is north. That direction is north. The Germans, of course, expected an attack from the south. Eindhoven is down that direction. So they expected an attack down south. So they got an 88 and a 20 mil anti-aircraft guns for tanks and aircraft, pointed to go down towards, down the road. They're not going to have much of a chance here. This game is supposed to take place on this 4x8 table, but I just did it like 4.5 foot, 4 by 4.5. It's not even 4 foot. I need to get a new one of these. I'd really like to get a game map. There's so many things I'd like to get. So I don't know if you noticed, but on my channel, I did an attack on Zon in 15 mil, and now here I'm doing it in 6 with Blitzkrieg Commander, and the other one I used Battle Group. My field's coming up. So what's going to happen is I'm going to deploy here, the Americans, and then the Americans will deploy here, and then on turn 4, and on turn 4 or 3, I'm kind of winging out this scenario. They'll come on through these woods, the Germans, So the scenario that's designed by Command Decision, America's already taken Zon, and they're defending the town. There is a unit here of Germans, another unit that I'm putting over here, but I just want to use the paratroop rules. I should probably land them back here. Probably should land them halfway point and back. They're there. Germans come here, and a glider infantry battalion come here, and the tanks are already in the town. These are supposed to be British tanks. I've got them labeled on the chart here. They're Challengers and Cromwells. I don't have those. I could tell you what a Cromwell looks like. I couldn't tell you what a Challenger looks like, but I've got 3 tanks, 2 75mm guns, 176, and I'm not sure what the Challenger has on it. I'll have to look. And that's the HQ. This got an infantry unit kind of guarding this 88. They're in a trench. They're in a dugout. They're in a dugout. Oh, I'm supposed to have 2 of those guns. Did I change that, or did I have that? So let me look here real quick. I should turn off Discord so it stops beeping on me. Hey, Al, Red Sox fan. Thanks, man. All right, so here we are. So that's that. That's the scoop. Let's get started. Let's quit messing around. I'll have to learn the recce rules. You'll have to sit here and listen to me learn that. But the very first thing that's going to happen is in the first turn, the Americans are going to land, and you put the guy down where they land. There should probably be some sort of limitation where they land. I don't know. Maybe let's. I'm doing it to stay safe. So what's the distance here? I can say in either the 3rd or something. I mean, I guess I can choose wherever I want to land. That's interesting. I could choose wherever I want to land. My thinking is I want to land back here. I need to get up to that town and take it in 4 to 5 turns, because those tanks are going to come on in turn 4 or 5. I should probably roll for those too. There's so many things you could do with this scenario. I also need to mark the turns, so let's use a D20 for that. So this is Blitzkrieg Commander. It's my favorite rule set. So I'm going to put the these houses here don't count as anything. They're just there for decorations. These are fields. Those are just hedges. Nothing. There's no bocage in this area, the world. And so this house is going to be moved around. They don't count as anything, again, just for looks. This isn't a built-up area here. So what happens is I do that, and I get out my directional die, which is a die with an arrow on it, with arrows on it, and then a bullseye. So if you hit the bullseye, you don't have to, you don't have to do anything. These are Chessex dice from. Actually, I don't know if they're Chessex or not. Not Chessex, but Games Workshop die. I don't know. I'm not sure about them. They're a little lighthearted. So to deploy like this, you put your. I'm going to count the recce. You know what? I wonder if I should say the recce's already on board. You know what? Let's do that, because they would do that. They would be down. So these are just troops on foot. The recce is going to, so I'll do the same thing that, this is I'm going a little off key here, but recce moves in the initiative phase. So I'm going to first drop them and see where recce lands. So I'm making up, so my arrow points that direction. I rolled 6. So they're going to be 6 centimeters from there. This is before the game starts. So they're just going to move over here, other side of that. And I'm going to move him over here for now. So he moves 6 over that way. So now we're going to have to read some recce rules. When I'm done doing the recce rules, I come check the chat out here. So need to pull up the book. Oops, I got it on here. I don't have the hard copy yet. I wish I did. So let's go to Recce, page 29. I also have to check out air support. I never really have used much air support. And that's kind of what I was talking about when a few videos ago, when I was thinking, man, I want to get into Battletech. That's so cool. And then I've come and gone with Battletech and just other games. I'm like, you know what? There's so much I haven't explored in World War II wargaming. I've got enough stuff to do in World War II to keep me busy forever. Yeah, see the Recce rules. So some people are kind of a little leery of the Recce rules in the new Blitzkrieg Commander. Before they were half a page. Now they're 4 pages. Like I said yesterday, there's a couple things about the new version that I'm kind of, I don't know about it, and I don't know about this, and we'll come across another one that I'm not sure about. But I still like the game, and well, I like the concept of the game. I haven't played a version 4 full game until now. I think actually I tested one, but it didn't have much in it. So here goes Recce. All right, so the main role of reconnaissance is defined. So the reason I want reconnaissance, oh yeah, I need to get another reconnaissance for this other group coming in. The reason you do recon is because those guys in the buildings are concealed, and you don't see them until you go within 10 centimeters or they fire on you. And these Recce troops are on foot. They're not on vehicles. They don't have, see what I mean? I built a bunch of 6s and I stopped. And so there's so much more to build and explore and do. Anyway, you need Recce to kind of uncover people. Okay, in buildings. Recce units may choose to either move or make a reconnaissance action at various points during your game turn. Movement allows you to move your Recce units into a better position on the table, whilst a reconnaissance action would allow the Recce unit to either communicate or reconnoiter per game turn. Units cannot do both during a single turn. Recce units ignore other enemy Recce and command units as potential reconnaissance targets, and also cannot move within 5 centimeters of each other or any other enemy units, as they never receive command orders. The distance the Recce unit okay. A Recce unit always counts as 1 cover class better and cannot be targeted for artillery or air. So I'm going to roll 1d6 during my initiative phase, and it'll tell me the number of moves I can do. So if you have a Recce unit with a move at 25, all right, so let's roll 1d6 and see what I can move. Because I definitely want him to move and get into better spot. I mean, really, I guess I should have dropped him. Seriously? I would have dropped him over here. I mean, why is there, unless I would run the risk of him going this way and landing close to him. So I guess that makes sense. But lesson learned, another day. All right, so let's roll. So 6. I rolled a 6 on the move he gets to do. So that means he gets to move 3 moves. Now, unfortunately, I took Recce that just have 10. I decided, because I'm saying these are like Pathfinders. They're on foot. They don't have Jeeps yet. So he does not have to make the full move, and it may be a target of enemy opportunity fire at any time it is visible. Shot at, it stops at the point of fire. If the enemy opportunity fire does not destroy or suppress, and this is interesting. May move or make a reconnaissance action at various points during your game turn. So it's saying you can move, but normally during the initiative phase, people can't opportunity fire on you. This is interesting. So yeah, so basically, okay, so what I've done is I've landed and I'm going to want to move this turn. So yeah, I probably would have wanted to drop him up here. So now here's the question. When you're kind of testing this out, do you, especially since I'm learning the rules, would I want to risk moving him up further? And he would deploy before the game, and then the initiative would happen. So initiative happens. All right, let's see. So if a rec unit has not moved in this turn, then it may attempt to communicate with a friendly command unit in order to simulate their. This is done during the initiative phase of a turn. Whereas their movement, I think it's saying, happens during the turn. It says at any time during the controller player's game turn, before any other movement, or even after all command, except the CO is moved. Recce units move as normal in all terrain except for mountainous. Only infantry scouts can move. In the case of scout units, they have their movement reduced to 5 for move, whilst the mountainous terrain feature. Someone said this is a little confusing, and the funny thing is I proofread all these rules, and one problem is I did not test them. My role was I was mainly proofing and editing. Okay, so rivers. So kind of what I was saying is that there's no rules for how I'm doing this. So I'm kind of making this up on the fly, that I'm having them deploy before the game. They're kind of a pathfinder. They're kind of this pre-game deployment, I guess, but I'm doing it randomly. So knowing that I do not want to move them, and I want, well, and I want to recon with them. Well, we need to kind of see how they communicate here. All right, so if they've not moved, they may attempt to communicate with a friendly command unit in order to simulate their information gathering role. This is done during the initiative phase of a turn. It can also communicate with other friendly units via a command unit if undertaking a reconnoiter pathfinder action. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, guys. I should have, guys and gals, I should have read this. Bobby, it's so nice to have you on here. It's always a bunch of guys in here, so it's nice to have women represented here. So if the recce unit is attached to a specific formation, which it is, well, I guess it technically isn't. I don't know. That's a good point too. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Oh, the recce unit is attached to a specific uniform, and may choose to communicate with any of the individual command units within that formation, regardless of their proximity. Successful communication with a command unit either improves, okay, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of the same. I wonder if this is a chart somewhere. Is this a chart? They have a QRS that they made and released, and I've already been making notes on how to change it. In, like, for example, recce needs to be on the charts, on the QRS. Oh, this is embarrassing. So embarrassed it's taking so long here. I got another one coming on here, but this is cool. Hope you're all right with this, everybody. It's kind of slow here to start, but a recce, distance to target. We can communicate with command units in the following circumstances. With the nearest command unit that has not already been communicated with by any other friendly recce. This can be a suppressed command unit. Line of sight between the recce unit and the command unit is not required. So you have to be, you want to, now here's the thing I've always had to struggle with recce. It looks like they didn't change it. I thought they had changed it when I proofed it, but it's outside the unit's formation. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so we're not going to worry about that because we have fixed formation. So you can do fixed or not fixed. I've always played with fixed, but you could have it where your commanders are kind of commanding whoever you want them to command. I've always have a fixed formation, like, you know, the C unit, Charlie Company, Charlie Battalion. I know that's not how they're numbered, but bear with me. Charlie formation is commanded by Charlie headquarters. You know, to me, you have to set that. It makes it a little bit more realistic for me. Okay, so it has to be the nearest command unit, so you have to keep that in mind. So I need to, my forward air controller has a CV, a command value of 6. So that means I have to roll a 6 or lower for them to command. That's really hard. So if they communicate with them, they get a +1 CV. Facilitate rec unit CV bonus. Measure this from the rec unit to the nearest eligible target enemy unit. They may attempt to spot them, so you don't have to see them. So that's cool. All right, we'll worry about that in just a minute. Reconnoiter. Reconnoiter. There are 2 options available to rec units when they're performing a reconnoiter action. Firstly, pathfinding allows the rec unit to establish a clear route through difficult terrain through other. Oh, yeah. You can attempt a spotting roll. A single rec unit is only able to reconnoiter an area of terrain that is part of their tactical doctrine distance. So these guys, both units have 25 centimeter tactical doctrine. Russian, like early war Russians, are 15 centimeter. Normal doctrine. Score. Okay, so I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to. Yeah, so it's cool. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Spotting concealed troops. The rec unit observes the presence and locations of nearby enemy concealed troops and reports back to friendly units nearby. If successful, the nearest concealed enemy unit within the area template ceases to be concealed and is placed on the table immediately. Oh, concealed. Oh, concealed. Wait. Now that's funny. There's hidden troops. Okay, so this may be something that I missed when I was proofing. I wasn't the only one proofing. Look at me backing up, backpedaling. But this does not apply to enemy troops in ambush or in bunkers or behind mountainous terrain features. It can evade initiative assault. So in an initiative phase, they can communicate with the command unit, they can act as an observer for a command unit, they can pathfind, they can spot concealed troops, or they can initiate fire. The command phase, they can move. Okay, so that's cool. These are good charts here. These need to be on the thing. Okay, recce support units, we're not going to worry about that. So this reconnoiter, I thought that's kind of what they were doing. This is hilarious. I thought they kind of revealed troops. I always played them that way. They may attempt to spot any enemy unit within 60 centimeters of which they can trace line of sight. To spot an enemy unit with... Yeah, see, to me, they're still discovering. I'm going to have to ask that question on the board here, is do they spot concealed? This is a cool thing that they can spot concealed for units, like for infantry units. I'm gonna have to make some templates for reconnoiter because I don't have one for 25. Huh. Huh. So is spotting concealed troops a part of during normal recce observing? I mean, it's interesting. To spot an enemy who dug in just outside some wood, 35 centimeters. So those would be concealed. So yeah, you're doing it. I'm not sure what the difference is between that reconnoiter. Okay, it sounds like someone's home here. I'm going to pause for a second. Not pause, but just mute this. So bear with me a second. All right, that was a long break there. I apologize, everybody, but my son is 18, graduating, and it's busy time, prom, graduation, the next couple months. So, you know, he's not here very much anymore because he's all out like most teenagers are at that age. And so, any chance I get to talk to him, you do it. So here we are. So yeah, so I need to get this guy up there because these guys will land during the turn. So you kind of lose an initiative phase when you deploy like this, because does it happen during initiative or during the turn? This happens during the turn. So what benefit would it be to have that guy up there? So you want to risk landing him far, but he's only going to move during the turn. You'd want to land him in here for sure. I mean, he could reconnoiter and get those guys observed immediately. CO is going to come in with that second batch. I'm not really sure what to do with this guy. What the best thing to do with this guy is. If he lands, kind of deploys before everybody else during that initiative, I guess he could try to spot him. But nothing would be able to happen because I think you observe for artillery fire during the turn. But I guess he'd be up there. So the smartest thing would be to deploy like in the middle here. And we'll stick with the original roll. I'll roll and start all over again. So I don't want to put him up here because he could end up here, and that'd be bad. So you want to do this here. I'm going to ignore it. Well, he goes backwards anyway. 8. And then it goes back here. And then in the turn, I roll a 5. So he's going to get how many moves during the turn? Yeah, these really need to be a chart. That's crazy. That's crazy talk here. I need him to move and get up there. So he gets 2 moves during the turn. So somehow you got to mark that. And that's another marker you need. I'll just use this marker here. It's just too big, but I'll use it because it's different than the hits. All right, so nothing happens in initiative. No one can see anybody. So now I put the first command unit. So I'm going to put the forward air observer, or forward artillery observer. I'm going to put him up here. I'm going to roll the die and see where he goes. Oh boy, 11 in that direction. Fortunately, centimeters are small, so he's just right over there. He's right up against that hedge. So that's a good thing. So when he moves, he can just get himself placed right there. All right, next command unit. This guy's going to command. He's going to go here. And then you put the troops. He's spot on target. It landed on the target button, so he's right there. So now I deploy the troops within 20 centimeters of him. So I'm going to get all those guys up here and busting you know what. So now, the other thing I'm curious about is, do they get to do their normal moves? So let's see, can I search on this? I don't know if I can search on this. Oh, what? You take the first turn to select a point where on the table for each formation before rolling 2d6. Oh. Blah, blah, blah. The troops in the formation then placed within 20 seconds. Repeat this process for all formations landing in there. They are deployed. The defending player deploys first and may deploy up to 1/3 of their battle group anywhere on the table. When deploying 1/3 of the battle group on the table, the defender should use mobile deployment. The attacker will take the first turn and should select a point anywhere on the table for each formation before rolling 2d6 right on the direction die. Total the score of the die and the command unit. This is fascinating. So deployment. So all these deployments take place. So like deployment is either at the beginning. Yeah, so there's deployment before the game begins. Well, I'm going to say that, I mean, I guess that's not their first, they don't even have to roll a command die. That's kind of an interesting concept, but they don't even have to do that. So I would place all of them within that. Okay, so then, so now I'm going back to, it would make sense now for this recce guy. I guess the first turn, he's just like a command. What is recce considered? Infantry. This is fascinating. It's a little confusing. Platoon recce is an infantry unit, so it is not a command unit. I mean, if he's sitting back here in the back, he is of no use. It's fascinating. So this first turn, he's of no use. And really, the second turn, he'll be of no use. Because he's going to have to move. And I shouldn't worry about cover. Should have landed over here, I guess. Again, lesson learned, I guess. This is the way to learn. So I'm going to say these guys have a turn, but I do like the idea that you have to decide where all your commands are going to deploy. So I put him here. So these guys would, so might as well put him here. So now, as far as I'm concerned, these guys get to roll do all their commands. Because when you deploy, I'm going to have to ask that. When does deployment happen? It's so funny. This is what I'm talking about. I have not even begun to explore all the depths of the game, right? So why would I go to the... So now that I got those guys on the ground, let me see what questions I have, what's going on. Oh boy, we got a lot. Oh yeah, wow. Dang, dude. CV6, I know, Paul. No doubt, huh? Not worth taking it. All right, let's see here. Hiya, hello, P. Bacchus. Cool map. Okay, so I'm just going to read these real quick. Bobby watches games. If I play games, they're not this kind. Now, Red Sox fan. So who's still on here? Who we got? I'm going to go from the bottom. We got Wargaming with Gary. Oh, Wargaming with Gary, man. I dig your vids, man. No, you have not missed it. I'm starting, man. Oh, man, I hope you didn't leave. Sorry, dude. I wish this would tell me who was on. Nope, Al's gone. Oh, cool. Paul will check in. So who's on with us right now? I need a sign. Yeah, Paul, the rules, they were a little vague there, but now they're 4 pages of vagary. Oh man, this drives me crazy. Again, I help proof it, and I'm like, what is going on here? So, and some of it's just understanding it. When you don't understand until you play it. I need to ask questions. There needs to be some discussion. I thought there was discussion around it. When does deployment happen? So I'm going to say you have to. I'm going to go ahead and use my turn here for this one. So they're going to move up again. I kept them below 20. I didn't move them all the way. So I guess this is their first command value of 9. I'm going to go ahead and put the 8 on here. So that means I have to roll on 2 die. I'll use blue dice for this until they don't roll right for me, and then I'll change. What's funny is both these boxes of dice have one with too much plastic on one side, a little bump. So I have to roll a 9 or less. I roll an 8, so I'm good. They're going to all move up. So they can't see any of these guys, and they cannot be seen either. So everything's cool. I can move all these guys up here together. Look at them all hugged together and all see. So now they can see the town. So the question is, do I want to move again or do something? I can't fire. I can't do anything on them. Everyone's hidden. They're all concealed because they're all in foxholes and everything. You can't just target like terrain features like towns, though you can pre-register a town, but I didn't want to pre-register this time. So I could run an airborne group out there, but I think I'm going to wait. So they're going to stop there. So they're done. So now it's this guy's turn, which is really rare for me. But so we got 7 on target. So beautiful. So this entire B platoon, B company, or B formation, they're companies. US didn't. I just named them all the same thing. They're there. So the question is, do I want to move? So 20 centimeters from there, I could maybe come around from this side here. I could put these guys in the woods. Interesting. I might do that. It's like just at 20, so they're still within 20. I could put them deeper into the woods. If I move this, so I'm saying this is woods here, all this is woods. A straight line back. Could have touched all those pieces together, but so they're in cover. And right now, I don't have the optional rules of impenetrable, so they can see 5 centimeters in. So I wonder if I should make them as far away as I can. I think I will. Now I need to check woods and see. I don't think infantry has to be affected by this, but terrain affects how much you can command them. So if I put them in the woods there, it's considered high area, troops on foot, it's just an obstacle. So they do not have a penalty there. So now I am going to command them, but so my command starts at 9, but I have to -1 for 8 because they are further than 20 centimeters away, or they're right at 20 centimeters. So they have to roll an 8 or less. I rolled a 9, so they don't get to. So that's a command failure right there. If I had the CO on board, I could command them to do it. So that's all I have to bring on board right now. So now at the end of, these guys don't come in until turn 3 or 4. I'm still deciding that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Boogie in here. See, like this recon thing is gonna really screw me up here. Oh, I didn't move him as 2 moves. So he moves 2. He's gonna move 20 centimeters. So do I want to save space? So maybe I can do it. Actually, maybe it's not a waste because I get to move 2 times. So I'd want to move. So move that mortar out of the way. He moves up here during the turn, so that's gone. I don't get that. I don't need that die anymore. Put that over here because I need it later. All right, so now that guy's up there. So now that's the end of the turn. So now your command moves 40. So command is abstracted. So you can make them as units, but they have some weird rules with that. Always have had weird rules with it. Like I'm like, what? So anyway, so they are they're abstracted. So it's okay to put them out here. You don't want to put them too far out because then these guys could come take them out. But they're just going to move up here on this side of the thing. You can move through them. You can put them to the side here like that. They're a little ahead of the troops. You don't want to put them too far ahead. This guy over here is going to want to move, but he's got a problem here. He's going to have to. He has to stop here. They abide by all rules for movement, so you have to stop at that edge. So a little bit of a disadvantage. They're going to get within outside of the command radius, but then when they're gone, I'll be able to catch them up to there. And the forward air observer moves. So I want to move him up here. Forward artillery observer, move him up here. But here's a deal. I want to move him within to be the closest. So he's here. He moves 40. I want him to be the closest command to. So can he move all the way? He can move a long way. So I can move him all the way up to here. So he can see, but he can also benefit from the recce. Observing them. Okay, so that's the turn. Then you, that's the command phase. Now we go to turn 2. And we go to, since I'm debating on one, gosh, I can't find the 2 on here. The only problem with the D20. Since I'm deciding if I'm going to bring these guys on 3 or 4, I'll just roll at 3, and it'll be a 50% chance of bringing them on or something. I really think it should be turn 4, so I'm just going to bring them on turn 4. And these guys come on turn 4 or 5, I think. This is, I'm kind of making this up. Okay, so it's now initiative phase. So when you have an initiative range, these guys, both teams have, because they're veterans, well, they have flexible doctrine. Sorry, they're not veteran. They're flexible doctrine. So that means there's a 25 centimeter radius. So, I mean, these guys are both within range of each other. However, they can't see each other. Everyone's dug out. They're all snug in their beds, so they can't do anything. Now, but here's where I can do something. So if these guys had been observed, they could shoot at each other, move. You can do a lot of stuff. You can close assault. So now we can do a recce. So let's go to the recce tables and let's figure out what they can do here. I'm just going to make some assumptions when I'm reading. And now I'm going to go back to page 27 and go to recce. Using the find feature here. Hidden deployment, next. Previous, go back. All right. Act as an observer. I guess what my only concern, my one question was reconnoiter. You can spot concealed units. It says concealed, but I wonder if they mean hidden. It's concealed and hidden, because concealed you don't, if you leave them on the board, they're just concealed. Oh, okay. I need Mal from Australia, who's already played a couple recce games under his belt before it was even released, when he was proofreading it, and have him help me out. Mal, are you there? I posted this on the Facebook group. I think I need to have the, turn on, I'm going to turn on the, oh, the chat is slowed way down here. So I got 3 people watching. Oh boy, I sure hope Wargaming with Gary you stayed on there, because I unmuted it. Okay. I know it's going to be hard to see the troops on here too, everybody. I understand that. I'll kind of keep pointing out where things are as we go. Because I've had that complaint before. People tell me, like, I can't see the troops. I'm like, well, I know. They're 6 mil. And I'm zoomed way the heck out. I'll do a little recap. All right, so recce. So I'm not going to move. I'm going to actually try to observe something here. I'm going to try to give that forward artillery observer a bump here. Now let's see what the distance to the target is. Well, I can see 5 centimeters. That can't be a target. So it's got to be. So here's the template, by the way. Well, and it's a round one. Hey, do I have a round 20? So in the older version, they had several different versions, and so it would cover everybody in the town. I am going to use the auto suppress rule. So if I target that, I'm going to target that guy right there. So I'll target that weapons team. So I am 25 centimeters away. Okay. So there is no modifier. Nice. Measure the distance. Measure the distance to the nearest eligible enemy unit. They may attempt to spot them within 6 meters to which they can trace line of sight. To spot an enemy unit, rolls 1d6 with the following modifiers. So he's not doing the dug-in guys, but they're in a city. You think that would be a penalty? So +1. Oh. Score requires a 6. Interesting. You have to be very close to their city. So, man, it's just hard to sit. I'm not going to spot these guys unless it's a 6. I need to move closer so I get a -1. To move those fields closer, maybe. Or make them higher, but I can't. So I have to roll 6. Wow. So this could be a total bust here. All right. I get no bonuses, nothing. There goes. And there's only way to improve this is to move. So I'm going to have to get guys moving here. I can't wait for that. So, that's my bad die. You know what? I just need to throw that one away. This kills me to do that, but I've been jacking with those dice forever. 3, fail. Okay, so, Oh, okay, so that didn't work. However, I can lay a smoke barrage. Let's figure out how to do that. Is that also, do I have to target a unit for that, or can smoke be laid out? All right, so Control Command F, smoke. May not be lost here. Requesting artillery support. You probably have to have a target. Yep. Enemy unit. So I guess you would want to calculate artillery barrage on that city beforehand, that first turn. First and second turn, buy a couple assets. Lesson learned. Especially smoke. I mean, I could lay smoke down on the first and second turns and have a nice big old thing here, but I'm just going to have to run up and get after it. But I can't waste all my guys because I can. Well, so all right, let's send out a unit. We got to get these guys flushed out. So I'm going to command a unit just to move forward. I spot them when I get within 10, so I need a 9. Roll an 8. So these guys are going to go out. I'll see you later, buddy. They move 10. Everything just sitting back. You got to go. So we move 10. So it's exactly 10. Are these guys going to fire? They're not spotted until they get within 10. So they get spotted when they get here. So they're not going to fire. They're going to sit right there. I'm not kidding with these guys. I didn't. I forgot. They should have moved over here. Or like face that direction. I'm going to say the bridge does not block line of sight just for simplicity's sake this time. I don't think you can close assault if you can't see them. Let's move again. Gets it. So 7. All right. Can't move within 5, so I can't move there. So right on the edge. Do it. Once they're spotted, they're spotted. Firing is 360, so these guys can fire 360 around them, but you can get attacked in the flank. Actually, you know, he would stay back here, wouldn't he? Although it wouldn't really matter. He would stay back here. He's within 10, and he now spots him. So he's going to be spotted anyway. So let's think about this. I'm backtracking here, but you would move within things so you can see all the units. So unlike Locked and Loaded, where it changes, once they're spotted, you're spotted. So now both those guys are spotted. So also, one of these guys would fire on them. Probably just these guys. So let's pull out the chart, because now they're spotted anyway. They're like, oh, they're in the town. And now they're going to get blasted. So you look at the chart. This is the conscript. They fire 3 dice at 30 centimeters. They're going to fire 4 dice because they're within half of that distance. So they're going to fire 4 red die. They are looking for 4 hits. They got 2 hits. They rolled 2 1s. There's no save, so they just take 2 hits. So now these guys are going to. This is the rule that's driving me crazy, but we'll see. Veterans on opportunity fire, when they receive opportunity fire, suppress on a 4, regardless of modifiers. Greens on opportunity fire, they only suppress on a 6. Here was the thinking, and I argued it, and it's fine. Their thinking is this: green troops don't know, they're not very good at stuff, so they're going to stay out in the open. They're going to stay up. Let me look at something real quick here. Yeah, it's not harder to hit suppressed troops. But it's just a really odd ruling that they had here. So these guys are going to, let's just see what happens. So they suppressed They were going to suppress anyway because it only required a 4 anyway. And they took 2 hits. They get a total of 6. So then I put this little die here. They now have 2 hits, which isn't bad considering. These troops waited. So now they've taken an opportunity fire, so they get -1 CV and cannot do any initiative the next turn. You do have to be careful. This guy could fire, and he's pretty brutal. So he commanded him, he passed, but now he's suppressed, so he can't do anything. So now these guys are going to command him. But he's going to command him. Oh, he can command the mortar actually. These guys can't fire. These guys can't fire on this guy because they would fire through their guy. But the mortar could. Weapon team could fire on him. I think I'm going to do a little bit of that action. So and these guys can fire over them because they're in a pit. I've never really done this before, but I'm going to command the mortar to fire on these guys and the machine gun to fire on these guys. You can only have fire once. Let's do it. So the mortars do have a minimum range, so I don't want to get them within 20 of them. I think it's 20. Ooh. Firing 3 at 120. So now these guys are really hard to hit. So 3, I think they're hitting on 6s. It's just mortar fire, so it does not suppress. Either way, these guys are going to get spotted. Didn't matter. What am I looking for? Hits. Yeah, this needs to be fixed a little bit here. So like they have the testing for casualties, but they have the hit summary here. Yeah, so it's a 6. So there are no hits on them. So he's fired. Oh, I need to roll my command. So they're done commanding them. They will start back up commanding. They're commanding all these troops. They're going to fire, and then they're going to move. Actually, yeah. They're just going to command those guys to move. So I'm taking a chance here. 9. So he's able to do it. Thank goodness. So the mortar fired, nothing happened. The machine gun's now going to fire. Sorry, I'm kind of doing a little out of order. I'm kind of forgetting, I'm being sloppy with my order. But you're going to have to declare what you're doing before you roll the command die. And I think I decided I'm just going to have them fire. So the machine gun fires 3 at 60. I'm within 30, so now he fires 4. And so I'm rolling 4 die, needing to hit on 6. Come on. Got 2 hits. Fortunately, they save on... Oh, this is weird. Why would they put the saves over here? Oh, wait. That's weird. Hit summary. Huh. Looks like it's done twice here. So it's in the right order. Saves. Save on a 5 or 6. They do not save. They take 2 hits and they suppress on 6s. Take 2 hits though. They did not suppress though, so that's not a good thing. They needed to suppress. They took 2 hits. How many hits can the machine gun take? It's a little less, I think. 5 hits. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try to command them again. Here's the problem. If I fail, these guys can't do anything. So 9 and 8. 2. All right. So this is good. 2 ones. 2. I get to do things twice. So now the mortar is just going to fire 6 times on them. Or 2. It's going to fire 2 times. That's 6. So this is cool. No hits. There's a cocked die, but whatever. And now the machine gun's going to fire 8 die. 6s to hit. Probably not the order you're supposed to do it in. 1 hit out of 8 die. So 1 hit out of 8 and 6 is 14. One hit out of 14. That's, I don't think that's right. So save on 5, 6. It saves. Son of a gun. Wasted. Wasted. I think I just keep firing on them. Yeah, 7. Oh my gosh, 2 1s again. Okay, come on, let's make something of this. Now it's a 6. That was an 8. That was a 7. All right, come on, man. I shouldn't. Let me just roll each one. So this is the machine gun and mortar firing both at the same time. I declared my. I don't know if you have to declare your target or not. So I got 1 hit there, and I'm doing them the same because they do. So he got a hit, but does he save it? Does not save it, so it's a hit, and I need a 6 again. So he's not suppressed, so he gets another hit. That's 3. So let's do that again. Let's roll 7 more die. This is the mortar and the machine gun firing together. Oh, I saw 6s, but they rolled away. All right, let's try it again. Nice. So here's one thing some people don't like, but doesn't bother me. Their fire effectiveness is the same with 3 hits, 1 hit, 4 hits. So it's fine. It's just showing they're just kind of wearing down their tiredness. I don't care. Am I going to want to move those guys? I mean, you got these guys that can fire on them too, and just really, I mean, that would just destroy that whole thing. I think I need to, all right, you know what? Okay, I'm going to now, I'm going to stop. So does this guy have a line of fire to that guy? So, okay, so I'm going to fire these 2. I'm going to stop firing them. I'm just going to fire my infantry units. So now they're back up to a 9. So 9, 10. Failed. Okay, so, all right, let's take a break there. All right. Well, they're spotted. They've done everything. So A unit formation is done. The FAO is now going to target that guy. So let's see what we need to do to request artillery support. I am going to fire both. So this guy's a 7. If all requested artillery units are self-propelled, i.e. they have a move on them, they should, because they're, they don't. Okay. Well, they're supposed to be sextons, but they don't have sextons at this point in the war, so they're not. All right, so and so I'm targeting that guy right there. Roll 1 die per 20 centimeters between FAO and target. Well, we know it's 25. There's 2. I'm going to roll 2 die. Sit around that guy. Yeah, the cog dies I got to roll. Okay, so 6 that way. Not that far. Centimeters are very small. So let's so there. So now I'm concentrating it. Need a clear. I really need a plexi template. So there, your unit has to be half covered. Boy, I wish I would have done that first, but I had to do this. All right, so it's covering that unit, that unit, that unit, that unit, and the HQ. So now I have to command them. 7. Seems odd. I think I'm out of order here. Oh, yeah, I should have done the command first. 7. Oh. So he's not going to be able to run. Okay, so, whew, okay. So I did my deviation roll. I did that. So, bam. Those are all covered. So now concentration. Total the attacks and roll those attacks against each unit in the fire zone. So 6. So I'm going to roll 12 attacks against each unit in the fire zone. They're all automatically suppressed. So now these guys can kick butt and get over there. So that's 12 dice, but they're all the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all right. So we're gonna roll 12. So let's just start with the commander. 6s to hit. 1 die. I still get a save. A 5, and it's a 6. So they're just suppressed. They can't command. So that will come off at the end of their turn. To hit that infantry unit that's facing away. 2 6s. One save, so they take 1 hit, and they're suppressed. Don't even have to roll for the suppression. Yeah, that's one thing about this game. There are lots of markers. The new units I'm making, I have little dice holders. And against it'd be awesome if I got 2 hits on there and took out that machine gun. That would be awesome. I got 3 hits. Let's see if I got any saves. No saves. That unit is gone. It worked. Did its job. Well done. All right, so now I'm going to roll 12 on the 88. What is it to hit them? I think it's hard cover. So let's take a look here. Yeah, so they're all 6s. Zero hits. 0. They're suppressed though. Oh no, you just have to get a hit against them. No hits. You got no hits. Infantry unit. Half die. 1 hit. What's his save value? Five. Does not save, so he's suppressed, and he took a hit, so that's good. The 88 is not suppressed, though. That is not a good thing. Now, it would be interesting if you could keep that, shot, because he already hit there. But they don't have that in this game. So he's done. Well, and this guy missed it, and so did that guy. They are lucky. Town was barraged by a bunch of 16 guns. All right, this guy's going to command them. So he's just going to command them and move across. So I'm going to move through the woods and then out. So they're suppressed, but he's not. So you got to take that chance. He will fire on them. But I'm going to command them. They're within 20. So here we go. So 5. Next one's an 8. So I'll move 10. They're in cover, so they're fine. Yeah, actually, I could probably move them. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's do it again. So, and now they're probably further than 20. -1, so it's 7. 10. Okay. I'm not going to take this town in 4 turns. So he's going to move from here to here and sit right there. This comes off at the end of the turn. This commander will move up. Move up here. Yeah. Move kind of over here. He's got a little bit of protection here. I wonder if I should just move behind him. No, because he'll probably get shut up. And no, let's move him here. Yeah. I did not give the Germans artillery. They were supposed to have some, but I did not. I mean, it's kind of weird. I'm putting this guy here in the middle. Just looking out over the ditch here. I need to get him within 20 is what I'm trying to do here. And obviously my reconnaissance didn't do jack crap, so. Oh yeah, I want to keep him kind of further away. Now within 20, and he's still closest to that guy. He observed, so he can't move. He moved. He moved. All right, so that's that. German turn. German turn 2. They're going to. So they can take. So he can't take initiative fire. He could take initiative fire. So let's check this out here. Can you see him? Yes. Can. He will take that initiative fire. He might as well. Why would he do it now? He can do it for free. I'm going to do that now. So, my gosh. So the 88. Come over there and check the comments here in just a minute. So 3 dice at 100. So he rolls 4 dice, hitting on 4s. 1 hit. No saves, so it's a hit, and he's suppressed. So now the cool thing is only 1 hit. That's not bad. So now he's got 3. He'll want to pull back here. Here's a problem though. So okay, so that's that. Actually, let me see if this guy can see him. Can this guy see anybody? Did these guys fire? I don't think they did. That guy did. They fire? I think they failed, didn't they? This guy can't see anybody yet. He took initiative. They can't do anything. Their commander's suppressed. So that was smart for them to do that. No one else can do anything else. So yeah, I had to take that. So now their German turn is over. Their suppression is gone. The op fire is gone, and the initiative thing is gone. So that's that. U.S. turn 3. Yeah, they need to take this town, like, quickly. All right, so initiative. Well, okay, so does this guy want to do his thing? He can see over, he's not firing on him. Do this whole reconnoiter thing and have that whole template. Because those guys aren't observed. Well, you know what I always do? I always say they're observed once they've done something. This guy hasn't done anything, but he fired, so he's observed. That's interesting. I kind of, in some games you lose it. I should probably have something that says they're spotted. So I'm going to say, just for remembrance sake, this guy's not spotted. I mean, I might as well try to recce him. We have no recce charts on here. That's kind of funny to me. All right, let me stop before I do anything else. Let's check the comments, see if anybody's still watching. What's happening here? David Page, what's up going on? I'm going to watch him. What's up? What's up, David? So we have one person watching. A little slower. This game's a little slower here. I apologize. So, David, what's going on? Any comments? Playing Blitzkrieg Commander 2, or I'm sorry, Blitzkrieg Commander 4. And you're watching me struggle through the recce rules a little bit here. Really? I should probably... lay down smoke. Excuse me. I wonder if I can barrage with one and smoke the other one. Probably can. I'm going to say I can. Previous. No, let's just try to observe over there. So, distance to target. $30. So it's exactly 30. So there's no disadvantage. So hard cover. So I got to roll 6. Yeah. Now I'm like, is recce even worth it? Oh, dude, spotted him. So now the Fort Auxiliary's observer is a +1. So it's an 8. So that's cool. That happened during initiative. Suppress can't move at all. I wish Suppress could move back. They can't. Can't fire over him, but he can fire over him. So maybe during initiative, he can spot. So he will fire over him. And he will fire 3 dice, trying to hit on 6s. Or should I instead fire on that guy? No, I'm going to fire on that guy, 3 and 6s. Anyway, it's 6s. Oh, 2 6s. 7, 5 6s. Holy mackerel, 1 hit. Come on, 6, 6, 6. Dang it. 1 hit. Good. No suppression, though. He fired an initiative. All right, that's that. Let's forward observe first. Very first thing we're going to do is try to roll. Let's see if I can command 8. Both of them separately. So we're going to do an artillery concentration and a barrage of smoke. I don't know if you can do that, but I'm doing it. So to be on a unit, can't be the headquarters. I don't like it. It's so funny. No, okay. I get it. All right, so it has to be on you. So it's on that unit. Oh, crap. Crap. Whew, golly. Wow. So one unit and ours. And smoke. So smoke, I assume hits. I don't know. I'm not going to take the time to look it up. So 6. I rolled 4 1s. This will be bad. 2 6s, but they only need 4, so there's 3 hits on them, and he is dead. Just killed my own guy. Awesome. And a smoke ring around there. That blows. Oh boy. Not good. I am not at all close to taking this town. Not at all. Not even close. Like very realistic smoke here. I gotta read how smoke works. If it just clears out the end of the turn. Look at this nice square smoke marker. Like some people make it like out of wire and they just put smoke around it, or there's the kind of a cool idea. Okay, smoke. I think it's kind of minus. I think it's -1 to move into smoke. It's fired. All right, I gotta look up smoke, see how long it lasts, see what you can do in it, what it takes. Smoky, smoky, smoke. One complete game turn, i.e. from the current turn to the end of the opponent's turn. Smoke will block line of sight. What? If a second non-smoke artillery attack falls within a smoke screen, the affected area of the smoke screen is on an O. The smoke screen will be eliminated. That's interesting. So you want to fire the artillery first, then the smoke. Well, I'm not seeing anything about moving into smoke. And basically you can. You can move up to units and then just get them. So I think I want to do that, right? So I'm going to try to move them up. They have a -1 to close assault. So let's get going. Let's get cracking here. See what we can get done on this turn, boys. We got to get this crap done. So they won't get opportunity fire. That's going to get us. Here we go. 6. Now they won't get a -1 coast assaulting because they don't know they're there. I didn't say. I didn't command him, so he didn't get to do anything with him. So I need to remember that. Don't fail a roll. Move again. $11 is what I rolled. You can't see my rolls, so you can't do anything. These guys are done and stuck, and they will be stuck out here in the open at the end of the other turn. So awesome. Now, if I had my CO, I could maybe command him because I never commanded him. I didn't command him to do anything. Great. This is great. All right, these guys got to get cracking. We got to move. Let's go, boys. I'm going to command them all to move to the edge of the woods. So it's a 9. I roll a 9. I'll move up to the edge, keep their cover. Nothing happens until they move along the edge. So now it's an 8. I think I'm going to, so if I stop commanding them, they can't do anything. Oh, he's spotted. No, he was spotted. He's not spotted because he hasn't done anything yet. But he is spotted. Fire over that guy. Hold on. I think the flank drawing is wrong because it shows it like this. Front, flank, rear. Like, whoa, wait. Any fire coming from this side? So, I mean, over here. I mean, is it front or is it flank? That's why you got to do it that way. So I'm going to do it that way. I'm deviating from the rules. So he's going to move. He's going to fire. They're both going to fire on this guy. They see him. Going to be 6s to hit. They are firing in his flank. So that's a +1 to their roll. So they're firing 5 dice at 30. So this represents their machine guns, their mortars, everything of an infantry platoon. So they're going to fire 6 because they're firing on the thing. So 2 of them are firing, one's going to move. We're going to try the same stinking routine I did over there that didn't really work so well. These are 6s to hit, 5s to save. So I got 2 hits, 5, 6 save, 2 saves. Son of a gun. It's command. Oh, and he's going to move. So nothing happened. So he's moving out. He moves on out, and this guy says, yeah, I mean, they're going to fire at him at some point, so they're going to fire. So now he'll be spotted. And their fire power is 3 at 30. He's within 15, I believe. Wait till he got there, yeah. So it's 4. And 4. So the flank thing is a little weird. They fire in 360, but they have flanks and stuff. So we're going to do that. They're going to turn, see their people. Oh, they can't do that. So kind of weird. So anyway. Hitting on 4s. Got only 1 hit, no saves, and hitting on 4. Ooh, did not suppress. Oh. They reroll 6. Okay, ooh, shoot, man. This is huge. These guys reroll 6s. These guys reroll 1s. Shoot. Dang it. Okay. They did not suppress, though. So 1 hit and did not suppress. That's good. He's now op-fired. He cannot op-fire anymore. One bad thing, one good thing, whatever. This guy could fire on him. He'll wait because they could command those guys to move. And you don't want to coastal him yet because this guy could support him. As could this guy. Yeah, he's within 10. You can't see him though. I need to check that. I might have that wrong about the 360 view. I thought 360 firing, 360. I'll have to check that, but I need to check that now because you can't. LOS. Wait till I get the hardback. I am getting a second copy. Maybe I'll give that away. They can see, they can be seen. Line of sight is a straight line that extends from the base edge unit to the base edge of another unit. Units may trace a line of sight 180 degrees from a base edge. Except those with restricted command units, rep units, and anti-rep units are the only troops with full 360. However, anti-aircraft are only 180 visibility when firing at ground targets. Oh wait, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, that one has full arc of fire. That's right. So the 88 does have full arc of fire. All right, so okay, so they only have 180. So I was wrong about that. So they couldn't have fired him without fire because they can't see him. So we take that off, take that hit off. But now they're seen because they're within that distance. So next command, we're gonna fire everybody. Everyone's gonna fire this turn. I need an 8. Got an 8. Golly. All right, so he's gonna fire on him. Maybe 2 units will fire on him, 1 unit will fire on him. So he's gonna roll 6 die, 7 die. He rolls 5 dice normally. He rolls 1 because he's on the flank, and he rolls another 1 because he's within 30. So he has hits on 6s. 1 hit, saves on a 5. 2, suppress on a 6. So they're not suppressed, but they take a second hit. Okay, let's keep trying to not. This guy will fire on him, so he's only going to fire 5, but he is firing on his flank. Firing on his flank, he's within 20, so he's just going to get his 5, 6. One hit. 6, 1, 6, 6, 6. Dang it. That's 3 hits. And that guy's going to fire on the 88. Problem is, they're not suppressing. You know, I mean, it's great they're taking hits, but they're not suppressing. So he's going to roll 6 die. And on 6s. 1 hit. Oh, wait. One hit. Hit on 5. Come on, 6. Oh, the gun took a hit, so that's a good thing. I'm not going to close assault him because he's not broken yet, but they are kind of out in the open. So 7. We rolled a 12. That is what we call a command blunder. Roll 2 dice again. This could be bad. Rolled a 10. All units under command make 1 full move directly towards their own table baseline. What is their table baseline? I guess we'll say this north edge. So they make 1 move towards the baseline. So 10. I have to turn them that direction. That's what I'm saying anyway. 10. Well, all right. I don't want to get shot at, so I would move over here out of the cover. This guy, on the other hand, is going to get blasted. So he now moves within the arc of fire. Both of them are going to lay waste on him. So he is going to shoot 3 dice at... Oh, well, I mean, he would have shot him right as soon as he could have. So... So 3, so he's firing 4, 5. He's firing 5 at 4 because he's at his flank. He's at his flank now. 5 on 4, 3 hits, and no saves. 4s, and they suppress, of course. So 3 hits, suppress. This is not going to be good. The gun will now fire. He's got full arc. Oh, he has full arc of fire. Shoot. Anyway. Okay, so he's going to definitely get 4, 5 dice. He got 4s. Yeah, he starts black. Oh, 1 hit. Not suppressed. Did that guy not suppress? Oh, he did suppress. Oh, okay, so hold on. Takes a 4th hit, and now, shoot, did I roll any 6s? I don't think so. Oh, man, I got to remember that. That's huge. Huge, huge, huge. And did I roll any 1s? Ah, dang. Okay, it's a problem playing by yourself. Rules like that. All I know is these tanks are going to have a problem. Okay. So they're suppressed, but they do not, they're going to fall back. So only 1 die did not save, so they're going to fall back 1 centimeter, fall back towards their own baseline. So they're going to go 1 centimeter that way. Both those guys op fired, so they will not be able to take initiative the next turn. All right, that's that. What are we going to do here? Command will move up here. That comes off. Suppression comes off the end of the turn, so that's a good thing. And I'm going to just keep that out. I'm going to use Reiki a lot. I'm going to have to kind of play some games offline, obviously, to test it out. I don't want to get too far from that guy, so I want to get within 20. Oh, no, we're going to stay here. We got to attack. We're not going to run away. We're going to continue that. All right, so I think that's all the command. This smoke stays up. Yeah, so now these guys are going to... Oh, I got to... Initiative. There's no initiative. No one can do anything, so I can take that. Oh, still one in the CV. These guys are going to stay here. Yeah, I got to remember everyone's got Shreks and Fausts and all that stuff too. When's the next turn? I think these guys will probably want to wait here because those tanks are coming on sometime. So let's just hold on. All right, so these guys are going to get commanded. So it's an 8. It's a 7. 7. Got it. So he turns. This guy's got full arc. I forgot. Let's just fire on. Let's keep firing on the guy. So he's in this flank, and he's that. So he's gonna fire 1, 3. So 4 because he's half, and because he's flanked, and 4s, and he is dead. Two American platoons are gone. Let's see him. He's going to fire on him. Let's see, within 50. Yeah, let's just roll 4 dice on you. So he's behind cover, so he's going to hit 5s. 2 hits and no saves. So, oh, well, these guys aren't green. These guys are green. Again, I don't know if I hit any 6s or not. Shoot, I keep forgetting. So he got 1, he's suppressed. So he got 1, 2. Shoot. I gotta re-roll it. I hate doing that. So 1 hit, no saves, 1 hit, does not suppress. Okay, so 1 hit, no suppression. I hate doing that. I know they had a better result than that. 7. Yeah, it's fire again. So 6. Okay, so nope, he's done. So we're done. Yeah, this guy didn't need that there anymore. He could took 1 away. So no suppressions need to come off. Smoke is gone. We move into turn 4. Reinforcements come on. And maybe it's time for me to chill it out. Oh, and I keep rolling all the flock away. Yeah, so it's turn 4. I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm feeling pretty good, but I want to be rested and all that. So, all right, so that's turn 4. That's turn 3. So turn 4, the reinforcements come on for both sides. And I have done nothing with this village. So right now we still have all the green guys in here. I have been forgetting to re-roll 6s when they roll them and re-rolling 1s when the veterans take them. These guys will get to do that. These guys won't be affected. They're regulars. These guys are veterans as well. I don't know the benefit of recce. I need to get within 20, then they can get fired upon, but they would only hit on 5s in the open ground. I felt like it was a little better last time. I don't know. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm having a hard time with this town. I needed more troops than double the troops. So, you know, they're kind of essentially dug in, but they're green. I got rid of their light machine, their machine gun. They got 2 units in here in the headquarters. They got this AA gun that hasn't done anything yet. Now, so they're not seen yet. They haven't done anything. They're still concealed. These guys ran away with the command blunder. Coming up in turn 4, I've got 3. Got a whole battalion of air landing. I could have them land anywhere, but I'm gonna have. I'm told they're gonna have to land around here somewhere. There's no worry about woods or anything. I don't know about hard. So, I mean, I need to have them land. It's all about taking the town and holding the bridge. The tanks come on turn 5. So, I mean, I guess I can delay them. If I don't want to turn 5, I can delay them. But yeah, that's true. I could tell, they could signal and said, we don't have the town. Hello. But maybe they could help. Maybe they could help take the town. but they'll probably just get taken out by these guns. Good point. All right, so that's that. So, and then so what's coming up for the Germans are so basically 8 platoons, about two weak companies are coming on with 2 PaK 75 millimeter guns pulled by trucks. They're coming into the woods down here. All right, that's that. I'm gonna call it good. Let's see who's on here. I'm gonna kind of start it over, see who jumped. All right, that's that. I'm gonna call it good. Let's see who. All right, that's that, guys. Oh, I have 0 viewers, so 1:30. I think it's time for me to go to bed. Thanks all. Appreciate you who watched, and who watch. And that's that, and we'll call it good. Thanks all, and we'll chat with you later. See ya.